Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bienvenidos. Well, a major change for electricity consumers in Chicago next month as Chicago's deal with Constellation Energy expires and some 700,000 customers revert to ComEd. Tanya Francisco reports the move will give alternative power suppliers a chance to sign up some new customers.
$183 was the total bill.
Arlene Hart still can't believe how high her March gas bill was. You see, the 79-year-old government retiree lives in a tiny one-bedroom apartment. She later figured out it was because of a phone call she took back in October.
Someone called from Spark Energy, and she had a very, very heavy accent. I couldn't understand her, but she kept saying, "Save money, save money, save money." So I told her I would look into it.
She eventually decided she wasn't interested and called Spark Energy to tell them so.
They gave me a cancellation number, and I never thought about it again until March.
That's when she got the $183 bill. She called People's Gas, and they told her she needed to call Spark because that was her gas supplier now.
This is called slamming, and it's where an electric or gas supplier switches your service without getting your approval first.
Jim Chilson is the communications director for CUB, the Citizens Utility Board. He says slamming is one of the most common complaints CUB receives. He says many times it happens with a high-pressure sales pitch over the phone, by mail, or at your door.
The typical scenario is somebody comes to your door and says they've got this unbelievable deal for you, and can we see your electric or gas bill because we want to make sure that you qualify for this deal, or we want to see if you're paying these fees that you shouldn't. You hand over your bill, they get your account number, and then they can switch you. So that's a big no-no.
Look at that, $410, light bill.
Marie Reichert, a 77-year-old former general contractor, says she had just gotten home from the hospital back in 2013 when she got a call from someone offering her a great deal on her electric service.
I told them that I was sick and I would contact them. So I'm thinking I'm through with them calling me. But then when I see the bill and see this name on there, I didn't give them my authorization.
Chilson says there are many legitimate utility suppliers out there, but
we're talking about some unscrupulous salespeople for some of these companies out there. And we have found that seniors many times are targeted, that people who don't speak English are targeted.
He says in order to avoid being tricked into signing up for a bad deal, ask questions. First, what is the rate that they're offering, and how does it compare to ComEd, People's Gas, or Nicor? Second, is the rate a variable one that will change on a monthly basis, or is it fixed for a certain period of time? Another biggie, is there a monthly fee? And finally, is there an exit fee for getting out of the contract early? Ms. Hart finally contacted CUB and was able to get a $69 refund from Spark Energy, the difference between what she paid under Spark and what she would have paid under People's Gas. How do you feel about that?
Cheated. I just felt that this activity was criminal, really. You can't sign people up for something that they don't want.
Ms. Reichard managed to get out without paying the fee, but she was still on the hook for the high bills because the company claimed they had her on tape agreeing to sign up with them.
We shouldn't have to live like this. We do have to live. But paying these kind of bills, they have contracts to get us, and that's wrong.
Tanya Francisco, thank you so much for that report. And joining us now to talk a little bit more about this is Ani Warnock. She handles Hispanics Affairs and Media Coordination for the Citizens Utility Board, what you know probably at home as CUB. Welcome. Thank you for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
So this is an interesting topic, and as we're talking, you said anytime I go and speak in public to people and I tell them about this, they say, yeah, they've come to my house. So it's happening a lot, and you said it's happening a lot within the Latino community where they go door to door knocking, sort of selling this product.
Not only that, but they call them, they send letters. It's like nonstop marketing. And unfortunately, some of these vendors are so unscrupulous that they end up tricking people into switching. And in the end, you know, the key phrase is, I'll help you save money, or I promise I'll save you money. And in the end, the poor consumers end up paying twice or 3 times more what they should be paying for their gas or electric bill.
Okay.
So
let's backpedal a little bit. So what's
right.
happening now is this aggregation program with ComEd, I guess, is ending. So if you don't sign up with a new provider, let's say, then you are switching to the ComEd rate automatically, right?
Exactly. That's a key point there, Lourdes. It's an automatic change. So basically, more than 500,000 consumers are switching back to ComEd after the contract ended with the City of Chicago and Constellation.
Let me stop you. So
Yes.
does that mean you're going to end up paying more if you switch to ComEd, or?
Well, the change is automatic, and right now the rates are around 7 cents a kilowatt hour. The rates with the municipal aggregation were slightly different, a little bit cheaper.
Lower.
However, they were unable to renegotiate the terms of the contract, and that's why municipal aggregation is no longer going to continue in the City of Chicago. So the alternative is to switch back to ComEd, which is going to happen automatic. So no company should be calling you or sending you letters telling you that you have to switch to them, otherwise you're going to be in limbo or something. Exactly. So it's up to the consumer to decide if they want to switch to another company. And if that is the case, that's why the Citizens Utility Board created this calculator, because many of the questions that we receive on our hotline or even when we go into the community is, what is the best deal? Will I end up saving with this deal?
Right.
And so we created this calculator. You enter the amount of energy you use on average per month.
Which you can get from your ComEd bill that you have right now. It'll tell you, there'll be a formula on there that will give you how much you're using.
You got it.
On average every month.
There's like actually little bars, and it tells you more or less how much energy you're using every month. The price per kilowatt hour, that's very important.
So that would be the 7 point whatever that may be.
Especially because when you ask someone, what are you paying for electricity?
Who knows? I don't know.
Normally people give you the total amount and they're not thinking kilowatt hours. So that's very important detail to know. And then finally, what is the price that this other company is offering you per kilowatt hour? So that way we can compare, and then in the end, voila, it gives you the magic number, how much you would pay with the deal that the alternative company is giving you, and how much you would pay with ComEd. Then you can make your choice. Okay. For those that are actually considering switching to an alternative company, I want to give them 3 tips. The first is to know whether that rate that they're giving you is actually fixed or variable. Because
so is it going to switch up and down from time to time? And then the number 2 tip?
The number 2 would be to find out if there's a cancellation fee if you end up wanting
to switch.
To cancel the contract.
And then number 3?
And then the number 3 would be to find out if there's a monthly charge in addition to the rate that they're giving
that's
you.
where they get you, right? That's where they get you, that monthly charge. Okay, what website should they go to get this calculator?
Oh, perfect. www.cubpowercalculator.com, and that way they can know what deal is best for them.
Or citizensutilityboard.org. Ani, thank you so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
All right, good luck.